Peter in Whitechapel. Jonny is in Edgware. Morning, Jonny.
Hello, yes, good morning, sir. Show as usual.
Thank you very much. What would you like to say about this?
Well, actually, I'm a minicab driver, and I just disagree with the guy who just phoned now, who was on the line. It doesn't go with the controller. The controllers knows nothing nowadays. They're just pressing the buttons or the keyboards, giving the jobs. The driver doesn't know where they're going. I work with Uber for the last 5-8 months now, and it's a great place to work, because if I start my journey from South Kensington and I'm going to Southgate, I will not go to West End and Camden and Finsbury Park, but I will just go Chiswick and take the North Circular, because if I go with Uber, that way it will, if the search price, it will be around 60-70 pounds. But if I go Finsbury Park, Camden, there it will be 18-20 pounds. So it's much better to go the longer to make it more.
So hold on, do you want me by that? So you work for Uber, right?
Well, I do work for Uber, yeah, because when we started, Uber had good prices, good bonuses, but without any agreement,
And do you sometimes, and so are you saying that sometimes as working for Uber, you will deliberately take a longer route to try and bump up the fare?
Yes. Oh, definitely I will. Yeah, I will take the longest possible route, and because before they were paying the drivers, or they were charging by, if you're stuck in traffic time-wise, but they couldn't do it.
So for anyone who is unlike me, who I don't think any Uber driver has done that with me, but that's because I'm so aware of which direction we're going in. I say to the driver, why are you going this way? But let me just say this. If you are someone who is unfamiliar with London, then if there are Uber drivers that do that, you're going to end up the proverbial creek.
To be honest, because when I started with Uber, it was like 40% expensive. Now they put the prices 2 times 20%. And the argument between me and Uber was, in that time, when they're putting the prices down, who is suffering? Uber doesn't suffer, because they're collecting their own money at 20%. It's the driver who is suffering. Uber was charging people distance and time, which was not their monopoly, which is not their right. That was the right for the black cab. That's very simple. When the people, or the mayor, or the people in London Transport are in dispute, that is ridiculous, because because I have done this job for long enough now, 17-18 years. Uber was charging people time and distance, which they could not do, but now they have stopped, I believe. So when you are stuck in Piccadilly, dropping somebody from Mayfair to Piccadilly or Soho, Covent Gardens, it's less than 2 miles, £5 is nothing. That is the minimum they charge. So I think I know many drivers, because me myself, I'm one of the worst possible drivers, and people are calling me Jonny Cowboy the Killer, because I will take the longest, when it will come,
do you not feel bad for the fact that you're taking the longest?
Well, to be honest, if I knew the shortest possible route, I would have been a black cab driver who do the knowledge for 4 years.
What you're saying is you're saying you deliberately take the longest route to try and dupe your passengers out of more money.
Oh yes,
Well, that's horrible, Jonny. Why do you do that? Why don't you take them the quickest route so that they're cheaper?
Well, because when we started, I started 8 months ago. This is my 9th month with Uber, and Uber was all right. They were giving you bonus. They were giving you like the mileage.
Jonny, stop working for Uber then. Stop working for Uber. Why are you passing that on to passengers who perhaps don't have the knowledge of the streets of London, and you are fleecing them out of money that they shouldn't be spending? That's not very nice, Jonny.
Well, I know it's not very nice. I know that, but about how you can survive. Like sometimes it's so quiet, and you're picking up somebody. Like the Uber prices is the lowest possible in any country, even if you go to.
Well, it is, but if you're taking the route that costs people 70 quid, Jonny, then it's not the lowest price.
Well, No, but if you put the Google map up, the Google, because, like Uber is using the Google. If you're going from South Kensington, or let's say West Kensington to Southgate, it will definitely take you to Chiswick and take the North Circular. Even if I know that longest possible. I have done this job 17 years, and I know, as a cab driver, like as a mini cab driver who even doesn't know anything, like nothing at all, it is like 2 times like the, like the Google app or the Google sat nav, which is used by Uber, is always 2.5 times longer than a minicab.
All right, Jonny, thank you. So that's a lesson learned there. If you want to make sure you're not going to be charged too much by using your minicab, you need to be aware of the route that you're taking.